Oops. I dropped stuff. Homework was easy? Yeah? Range was the hardest one, yes? Okay. For an absolute value, your domain is always what? What's your domain for absolute value? Negative infinity to positive infinity. Okay. Range is always this. Range is based on which part? What is range based on? The y on where? What was that point called? The origin is where we started the parent function, right? But then we moved it, and that was based on what? You need to know these words, because guess when you do this again? IM2. All right, so how do I graph absolute value functions with horizontal and vertical shifts? Did we talk about horizontal shift yesterday? No. We only talked about which one? We only talked about vertical. And vertical moves which way? Up and down. That's all it does is move up and down. So vertical moves up and down, and horizontally is going to move which way? Side to side. Horizontal and vertical shifts. So let's remember absolute value is f of x equals a times absolute value of x minus h plus k. Correct? Your starting point is where? Well, we have a parent function, but then we have that vertex, right? And that vertex is which point? We wrote it yesterday. What was the point? No, it's from the parent function. Where's the vertex of the shifted function? It's h and k, good. It was 0k yesterday because we weren't moving, right? We weren't shifting it, but today it's h and k. Okay? Remember your a tells you what? What is it? Up or down? If it's up, a is what? And if a is negative, it's down. Good. So remember we have up, and you have down. A is positive, and A is negative a, sorry, positive a. H is your horizontal shift. And K is your vertical shift. Where's our parent function at? Where's the parent function? What's the function? F of x equals what? There's only two. What are they? Negative absolute value of x, or f of x equals absolute value of x. These both have starting points of where? 0, 0. For now, we're doing shifting because we're going to go into exponential graphs tomorrow, and we're going to talk about shifting and parent functions. And we talked about parent functions when we did our linear functions, right? Okay, when you get to IM2, you're not going to worry about the parent function anymore, okay? But for now, we're still going to talk about it because it helps us figure out where it started and where it's moving. Does that make sense? So we had lines, and they all started at 0, 0, and we shifted up or shifted down. We have absolute value that all start at 0, 0, and then we either move it up and left and right, or down and left and right, wherever it's going. We're going to have exponential starting tomorrow, and those are a different function, and those are also going to shift, okay? So that's why we're talking about the parent function and the shifting. Eventually in IM2, you won't talk about this parent function. Does that make sense? But for now, we're still going to talk about the parent function. So if you ask your IM2 friends, they're going to ask you, what in the world's a parent function, right? They're not going to remember from IM1. But for now, that's why we're doing it. It just makes it easier. All right, so we ready? Let's do some examples. All right, f of x equals the absolute value of x minus 2, minus 2. F of x equals absolute value of x minus 2, minus 2. All right, what do we need to know? What's the parent function? F of x equals what? It's only one of these, guys. The absolute value of? No, why is it negative? It's not negative. Remember, is h is the same or opposite? H is opposite. H is opposite. So what is my h? Where's h at? Inside or outside? It's inside. And what kind of 2 is that? So the opposite of it is what? positive 2. Okay? K is exactly what? The same. So it's negative 2. Good. K tells us that we're shifting which way? K is which one? We did K yesterday. All we do is K yesterday. Up or down. So which way is this going? Down. Okay? H is going to tell us left and right. Make sense? Because if K is up and down, H is left and right. So H is either left or right. What do you think makes it move left? And what do you think makes it move right? Okay. So if it's 2, is that right or left? It's right. I should have drawn an arrow, but it's okay. Okay? Make sense? A little bit? Okay, watch me graph it. I'll graph it for you. Just watch. So I'm going to graph the parent function. The parent function is always 0, 0, right? And it goes like this. I want you to watch because this is where, remember, it's a V, right? Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and do my shifting. So what I do is I take that starting point of 0, 0, and it says move to the right how many? 2. So I go 1, 2, and then it says move down how many? 2. Not just 2, right? So I go here. Right? Do you see it? And then it's still pointed in what direction? It's still pointed in the up direction. Is it okay that it moved? Is it okay that it's crossing? Yeah, this is why it's going to look a little different than what I did yesterday, okay? So what I did, all I did was take 0, 0, which is my parent function. It says shift right 2. So I did that. Then it says shift down 2, which is that. So there's my new starting point. So my H, K, is 2 comma negative 2, which is just this stuff here, right? This is H and K. Okay? We good there? Then I need to talk about domain, and domain's always going to be what? Negative infinity to positive infinity. And my range, though, is based on what? What's your range based on? The y's, yeah. It's based on the y's. So if I'm looking at it, here's my y value. What number is that? Negative 2. And it's going in what direction? Up. So it goes all the way to what? Positive infinity. Remember, negative 2 gets a bracket, infinity gets a parenthesis. And what's the last thing you had to tell me? End behavior, what? Is up. Just up. Good. That's all we had to do yesterday, correct? I just added in H. Make sense? Are you okay? Go ahead and copy it. Graph it. Are you ready for one? All right, while people are finishing, we're going to keep going. We're going to write f of x equals negative absolute value of x plus 1 minus 3. F of x equals negative absolute value of x plus 1 minus 3. Are you done graphing? You're done? Then graph. Check with the person next to you, see if you have the same answer. Parent function is f of x equals what? Negative absolute value of x. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about h. What is your h? It's what? Negative 1. Why is it negative? Because it's the opposite. So h is negative 1, which means you're going which way? Wrong. Left, guys. K is the one that tells you the other part. K is what? Negative 3, which means you're shifting where? That one's down. Okay. We good? We had that right. Good. You need to be careful here. So you need to make sure h is negative 1 and k is negative 3. So if I wrote it as an ordered pair, it's just negative 1, negative 3. Graph my parent function here at 0, 0, pointed which way? Down. Then I'm going to go ahead and take that point and shift it which way? 1 to the left, and then 3 down. Just down here. Which looks something like that, right? Good. Then you're going to tell me domain. What's your domain? Negative infinity to positive infinity. Good. What's your range? What's what called? Only around the number, but this one's different. Negative what? Negative infinity to where? Negative 3. And behavior up or down? Down. Good. This one's backwards. Did anyone have it right? Why is it like that? Because you're talking about y's. Right? Because we were going up and this one's going down. And you missed yesterday's notes when I explained that part. I'm going to do one more. Because all of a sudden I throw in h and you're all stuck. Okay. F of x equals absolute value of x plus 2 plus 3. What's your parent function? Good, absolute value of x. All right, h is what? -2. So it's shifting which way? Shift to the left. Very good. It's the only one that's opposite. K is +3. Shift which way? Up. Because it's +3. We didn't change it yesterday. No. Did we change it yesterday? Because it's the opposite. H is always opposite, K is the same. H is opposite, K is the same. Because remember when you write it, it's f of x equals a times the absolute value of x minus h plus k. So in other words, this is exactly the same, but this is always the opposite of what's inside. Because you always have like that minus sign. So this is always opposite. This is the same. Opposite, same. Try not to get confused. You guys did K yesterday, right? K was always the same. You just took whatever that was and you shifted up and down, correct? So don't get confused on K. You did K yesterday. The only thing I added in today was H. Yeah? Okay. And let's do 0, 0. Graphing which way? Up. Make sure it's a V. Yes? Okay. Then we take 0, 0, and we move which way? 2 to the left, and then 3 up. Something like that, correct? Okay. You're going to tell me my domain is? Negative infinity to positive infinity. Even if I don't know what my graph is, I should be able to answer domain because it's always what? Negative infinity to positive infinity, right? Okay, range is the only one I have to do based on the graph. So looking at the graph, I'm going to go and I'm going to figure out what my y value is. What's that y value? 3, and it's pointed which way? Up to where? Positive infinity, very good. And behavior? Very good. Who had it right this time? Good, it's more hands.
How do you make it going up here or down? Like when you're studying?
A. This is what happens when you miss my class. Did you watch YouTube?
Yeah.
Because we talked about it yesterday. If A is positive, it goes up. If A is negative, it goes down. All right, summary and questions. What? Hurry up.